We have this troop carrier inside now, getting it up in the air, getting to know it a little bit better, and we continue to like what we see. Though it is interesting when you really get to look at it. This quarter panel has been redone at one point in time. You can see kind of the shiny paint, and all of a sudden it fades around to a little bit more faded paint. So something's been done there for whatever reason. I almost think it might be because they're, and I could put it down, maybe there's a spare tire carrier at one point and this ladder got in the way. I don't really know. Some body work was done, which does seem to be popping through slightly with this crack. Now this is a typical rust area for a troop carrier because this side is all original and you can see a little bubbling right there. But again, the doors are in really fantastic shape. Underneath, tough to see with lighting, but the frame is really in fantastic shape, which is typical frame for a troop carrier. Very rarely do you see one that's not. It's a surface rust issue. We see the propane bottle or storage bottle right there. The suspension itself is a typical, troop carrier, though it does need new shocks, and that was one of the things that the customer, thought about. And the front one is bleeding. I would recommend probably just, if we're going to go that far, just a whole new suspension by Oman Emu would solve that problem. All shocks, pins, shackles, bushings, because I know that the bushings are shot. And then depending on what kind of restoration we do, that would be typical anyway. Contamination is evident to some degree in the transfer case, transmission. Low on fluid. It is wet. It probably needs to be resealed, and that would be another indicator because it is wet. The oil pan is also slightly wet, which means an oil pan gasket or pan itself. But that, again, those aren't showstoppers. Those are fine situations. The front axle probably can be rebuilt at some point in time. The wiper seals here are, you can see it caked up. So that front axle reseal would be nice at some point in its life. Again, it's all original. Faded paint, but what we are intending to do is build a vehicle that's going to be fairly low-key. We don't want a lot of shininess to it. At least the customer doesn't, because of where they're going to be driving it. So this is perfect in that it doesn't require a lot of body work and is going to be good. So our first impression is great. It's a really nice truck. It needs your basic tuned-up type things. Fluids needs to be changed out, suspension, front axle rebuild maybe, and chase a few lights here and there. But overall, it's a great Land Cruiser to have here in the shop and do some work on.